Welcome back to Who Died Today USA channel. In the past few days, we have received somber news about the passing of extraordinary talents. Today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Additionally, we will recap the stars we have recently lost. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Today, we remember John Brenkus, a visionary storyteller who brought the wonders of science into the world of sports. As the creator and beloved host of sports science, John captivated audiences by unlocking the secrets behind athletic performance, showing how physics, biomechanics, and human strength intertwine on the field. With over 1,800 episodes and 6 Emmy Awards, his work didn't just entertain, it educated, inspired, and deepened our appreciation for the athletes we admire. John's journey was not without its trials. After parting ways with the show that made him a household name, he found himself facing one of life's most difficult internal battles. In the quiet behind the camera, he wrestled with feelings of loss and uncertainty. But John never stopped reaching for light. He openly shared his experiences, encouraging others to seek connection, understanding, and hope. Through his vulnerability, he reminded us all that success is not just measured in accolades, but in the courage it takes to face our struggles and speak them aloud. His openness became a lifeline for many, and his message, wrapped in science and sincerity, touched hearts far beyond the sports world. On May 31st, 2025, John's journey came to a close after a prolonged struggle with emotional health. Yet the legacy he leaves is vivid and lasting, a bold reimagining of how we understand sports and a quiet call for compassion in moments unseen. John Brenkus showed us that curiosity and care can coexist, that science can be poetic, and that sharing our truth can be a powerful gift. His voice will echo for years to come, in every slow-motion replay, every awe-struck moment, every heart he helped illuminate. Joanne Gilbert was a luminous star of Hollywood's golden era, whose voice, elegance, and charm left an enduring mark on both film and music. Born in Chicago in 1932 and raised in the heart of Hollywood, Joanne grew up surrounded by creativity. Her father, Ray Gilbert, won an Academy Award for penning the lyrics to the iconic Zip-a-Dee-Doo-Dah. From an early age, she was drawn to the magic of storytelling through song. Before stepping onto the silver screen, Joanne began her career as a fashion model in New York. But it was her captivating voice and stage presence that led her to the spotlight of Hollywood nightclubs, where she made her debut at the famous Macambo. That performance paved the way for a film contract with Paramount and the beginning of a vibrant career in entertainment. She made a striking impression in Houdini, 1953, and soon after lit up the screen in Red Garters, a musical that showcased both her singing and her natural charisma. Her talent carried through to dramatic roles in The Great Man and The High Cost of Loving, both opposite Jose Ferrer. On television, she graced popular series including Perry Mason, The Outer Limits, and Ben Casey, while also headlining at renowned venues like the Waldorf Astoria and stages across Las Vegas. Joanne passed peacefully on April 16, 2025, in Los Angeles, at the age of 92. She lived a life of style, independence, and artistry, embracing every performance with heart. Her legacy lives on through the music, films, and memories she leaves behind, a voice of grace and warmth that continues to resonate with those who remember a time when glamour and sincerity shared the same stage. Breaking news. In the world of Hollywood, few names carry the weight and prestige of Brad Pitt. Born on December 18, 1963 in Shawnee, Oklahoma, this renowned actor and film producer has become a force to be reckoned with in the entertainment industry. Pitt's journey from small-town beginnings to one of the most powerful figures in cinema is a story of relentless ambition, unparalleled talent, and an ever-evolving legacy that continues to captivate audiences worldwide. Brad Pitt first made waves in 1991 with his breakout role as a charming yet rebellious cowboy in Thelma and Louise. With nothing more than a sly grin and a rugged demeanor, Pitt stole the spotlight and cemented his status as a rising star. From there, his career took off, and Pitt transformed into one of Hollywood's most versatile actors. His performances in films like A River Runs Through It, 1992, and Legends of the Fall, 1994, showcased his ability to dive into emotionally charged roles, and by the end of the decade, Fight Club, 1999, made him a cultural icon. As Pitt continued to dominate the big screen, his hunger for more than just acting led him to produce films, solidifying his role as a key player behind the scenes. In 2001, he co-founded Plan B Entertainment, a production company that went on to produce critically acclaimed films such as 12 Years a Slave, 2013, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture. This marked a turning point in Pitt's career as he shifted from being just an actor to a visionary producer who could identify compelling stories that resonated on a global scale. Beyond his achievements in film, Brad Pitt has also demonstrated his entrepreneurial acumen through his involvement in the wine industry. In 2008, Pitt and his then-partner Angelina Jolie purchased Chateau Miraval, a historic vineyard nestled in the Provence region of France. The sprawling estate, with its picturesque landscape and premium-quality rosé wine, quickly became one of the most celebrated wineries in the world. Initially, the vineyard was a passion project that symbolized their shared vision of creating something lasting and meaningful. Together, they revitalized the estate and brought international acclaim to its wines. Chateau Miraval's rosé earned rave reviews, becoming a staple in high-end restaurants and wine cellars globally. For Pitt, the estate was more than just a business venture. It was an extension of his creative spirit and a testament to his dedication to craftsmanship in all forms. However, the vineyard that once symbolized love and partnership became the center of a bitter legal battle after Jolie filed for divorce in 2016. The dispute escalated when Jolie sold her shares in the $500 million property to the Stoli Group, a move Pitt alleged violated an agreement between the two. According to Pitt, they had agreed he would have the first right of refusal to buy her shares, preserving the estate under their joint legacy. Jolie, in turn, argued that Pitt's conditions were overly restrictive and revealed previously private details about their relationship in legal filings. The ongoing legal proceedings have brought intense scrutiny to the estate and its owners. In a significant win for Pitt, a Los Angeles judge recently rejected Jolie's attempt to dismiss the case, paving the way for a full trial. If unresolved, the case could continue through 2026, making it one of the most protracted legal battles in Hollywood history. Despite the complexities, Pitt has remained steadfast in his commitment to preserving Chateau Miraval, both as a business and as a symbol of his broader aspirations. This chapter of Pitt's life adds a new layer to his multifaceted identity. While many see him solely as a Hollywood actor and producer, the Chateau Miraval saga underscores his resilience, determination, and entrepreneurial spirit. It also reflects the challenges of balancing personal and professional ambitions under the relentless gaze of public scrutiny. Despite the turbulence, Chateau Miraval remains a testament to Pitt's dedication to excellence, proving that his pursuits extend far beyond the silver screen. His contributions to the industry are far-reaching, and through Plan B and Chateau Miraval, he has elevated voices and narratives that challenge the status quo. Brad Pitt's filmography is a testament to his range as an actor. From the historical epic Troy, 2004, to the high-octane zombie thriller World War Z, 2013, Pitt consistently proves that he can take on any genre with grace and precision. His more recent works, such as Inglourious Basterds, 2009, and The Big Short, 2015, reflect his ability to balance commercial success with critical acclaim, earning him a multitude of awards and nominations. His versatility as an actor has led to numerous accolades, including 2 Academy Awards, 2 British Academy Film Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, and a Primetime Emmy Award. However, Brad Pitt's life off the screen has also drawn intense media attention. His relationships with fellow Hollywood stars Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie were the subject of endless speculation, with every detail of his family life under scrutiny. The legal battle over Chateau Miraval has only added fuel to the fire, with both Pitt and Jolie making high-stakes moves to protect their interests. Despite these challenges, Pitt remains steadfast, focused on his craft, and committed to maintaining the integrity of the projects closest to his heart. At 60 years old, Brad Pitt shows no signs of slowing down. His remarkable career spans over 3 decades, and his impact on both acting and filmmaking is undeniable. Whether it's delivering compelling performances, producing award-winning films, or redefining the wine industry, Pitt's multifaceted legacy continues to evolve. As he embraces new challenges, both personal and professional, Brad Pitt remains a beacon of resilience and creativity in modern cinema. Phil Robertson, beloved patriarch of the Robertson family and founder of Duck Commander, peacefully passed on May 25, 2025, following his battle with Alzheimer's disease. He was 79. A man of deep faith and unwavering conviction, Phil rose from humble beginnings in Louisiana to become a cultural icon through A&E's hit series Duck Dynasty. His signature beard, humor, and love for the outdoors became instantly recognizable. But beyond the screen, he was a devoted husband, father, and grandfather who poured his energy into ministry and family. Phil's journey was far from easy. Early in life, he wrestled with darkness and despair, but a profound transformation through faith changed his path. That testimony of redemption, hope, and perseverance touched countless hearts. He wasn't just a television figure, he was a voice of values, standing firm in his beliefs while welcoming everyone with open arms. Even in his later years, as his health declined, Phil remained a beacon of strength to his family. His son Al remembered him not only as a father, but as a ministry partner. His final words to those closest to him, "Full strength ahead" and "You're my brother," echoed his enduring spirit and brotherhood in faith. The Robertson family honors Phil's legacy by continuing his mission of love, truth, and perseverance. Though he no longer walks among them, the mark he left on the world is everlasting, a life of transformation, service, and grace that will inspire generations to come. Alfred Clausen, a brilliant composer whose music brought life and laughter to some of television's most cherished moments, passed away at 84 after living with Parkinson's disease. Across nearly 3 decades, Clausen created the soundscape of The Simpsons, his orchestral compositions becoming as iconic as the show itself. From humble beginnings in North Dakota to the grand stages of Hollywood, Clausen's journey was fueled by passion and perseverance. He began as a music copyist, steadily building a reputation that led to scoring major TV series like Moonlighting and ALF. But it was The Simpsons, and its more than 550 episodes, that defined his legacy. Working with a live orchestra each week, Clausen's melodies captured humor, heartbreak, and everything in between, earning him 2 Emmy Awards and the admiration of millions. His path wasn't without challenges. Diagnosed with progressive supranuclear palsy and later Parkinson's disease, Clausen faced increasing health struggles. In 2017, his tenure with The Simpsons ended, leading to a legal dispute over age and disability discrimination. Despite the personal and professional hurdles, Clausen's dignity, dedication, and artistry never faltered. Behind the scenes, Clausen was known not only for his genius, but for his humility and warmth. Whether collaborating with U2 or guiding a studio orchestra through a complex arrangement, he approached his work with both precision and passion. Clausen's music lives on in every note, every laugh, and every heartfelt moment he helped shape. His life's work was not just to entertain, but to connect, reminding us that even in animation, the music speaks to something very real. Tom Christopher, an actor of extraordinary presence and range, touched generations of viewers through his unforgettable work in daytime television and beyond. He passed at 84, following a long illness that he endured with remarkable strength and dignity. Best known for his Emmy-winning portrayal of Carlo Hesser on One Life to Live, Christopher brought depth to a character who, though a villain, resonated with audiences for his complexity and vulnerability. Originally intended for just a single day on the show, his performance left such an impression that he remained part of the One Life universe for nearly 2 decades. He later showcased his versatility by portraying Carlo's gentle twin, Mortimer, earning additional Emmy nominations for his craft. His television career also included a fan-favorite role as Hawk, the stoic, bird-like alien in Buck Rogers in the 25th century. In both sci-fi and soap, Christopher commanded attention, not through flash, but through soulful, thoughtful work that elevated every scene he was in. Raised in Queens, trained at Ithaca College and the Neighborhood Playhouse, and seasoned on Broadway stages, Tom Christopher was a classically trained actor whose love for storytelling never waned. His dedication extended beyond performance. After the passing of his beloved wife Judith in 2019, he honored her memory by compiling her writings for publication, a final testament to their shared life and love. Remembered by friends as a wise mentor and a gentle soul, Tom Christopher's legacy lives on in the lives he touched, through the screen and in person. His performances, filled with strength, humanity, and grace, remain a cherished gift to audiences everywhere. Latonia Patine, remembered for her courage and heart during her appearance on season 11 of My 600 A Life, passed away on May 17th at the age of 40 in Shreveport, Louisiana. Her passing, attributed to complications from congestive heart failure, closed a deeply challenging yet inspiring chapter of resilience. Latonia's story touched many. Born the youngest of 3 siblings, she faced loss and hardship from a young age, losing her mother at 12 and enduring the emotional aftermath of her father's absence. Despite these early life struggles, she carried a radiant spirit and a powerful dream: to regain her health and walk down the aisle beside the love of her life. Her time on My 600 Life was marked by raw honesty and hope. She shared her struggles with food, depression, and fear, but also her tenacity. She began her journey at 531 pounds, shedding weight through commitment and effort. Even after facing public backlash and personal setbacks, including the loss of her brother, an abusive relationship, and her father's cancer diagnosis, Latonia continued to fight for herself. Beyond her health journey, Latonia gave deeply to others. Having experienced instability as a teen, she became a source of strength for many young women, serving as a foster parent and mentor. She dreamed of opening a group home for girls, offering the kind of support she once needed herself. Latonia's voice echoed with a message of hope. You are special. You are somebody. Her life, though filled with trials, was a testament to compassion, determination, and the desire to lift others even in the darkest of times. Ryan White Maloney, a gifted vocalist and songwriter known for his unforgettable journey on Season 6 of The Voice, passed away at 44 in Las Vegas. His voice, filled with power and soul, first captured hearts with his stirring rendition of Journey's Lights, earning him a coveted 4-chair turn and a place on Team Blake Shelton. His performances of What's Love Got to Do With It, Easy, and Second Chance further cemented his place as a fan favorite. After The Voice, Ryan continued sharing his passion, performing regularly at Ole Red Las Vegas, and collaborating with artists like Tim McGraw, Morgan Wallen, and Shakira. He released heartfelt singles such as Don't Put Me in a Box and Toast to Tonight, which echoed his deep emotional range and storytelling gift. Ryan's career, though marked by artistic success, was also shadowed by personal struggles. He faced emotional hardships and had been open about life's challenges. Those closest to him described him as talented, kind, and full of love for his craft and his fans. He had dreams of building a lasting legacy in music, not just through performance, but also as a producer and songwriter for others. Ryan's passing has left a profound sense of loss in the music community, yet his spirit endures in every note he sang and every life he touched. His legacy is not only in the songs he recorded, but in the strength he showed in pursuit of his passion. He will be remembered for his voice, his generosity, and the heartfelt emotion he brought to the stage. Michael "Chicago Mike" Sumler, beloved member of the iconic band Kool and the Gang, passed away at the age of 71 following a car accident in Mableton, Georgia, over Memorial Day weekend. His vibrant energy and joyful spirit brought life to every stage he graced, leaving behind a legacy rooted in passion, rhythm, and deep camaraderie. Sumler's journey with Kool and the Gang began in 1985, after a chance meeting through a security team member who saw his band, Power Pack, perform in Chicago. Initially brought on as a stylist and choreographer, Sumler's natural charisma soon propelled him to center stage. He became the group's official hype man, known for firing up crowds with his dance moves and radiant energy, and he later lent his voice to background vocals. From 2004 to 2015, he was an integral part of the group's touring family. His contribution to the band went beyond music. He made sure the members looked their best on stage, and his presence became synonymous with the celebratory atmosphere that Kool and the Gang fans came to cherish. Whether it was during a world tour or a champagne event, Mike made each moment sparkle a bit more. Sumler's passing marks a profound loss for the band and fans alike. Kool and the Gang, who received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2015 and were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2024, have remembered him fondly as a cherished team member and friend. Michael Sumler brought joy to millions and embodied the spirit of celebration. His legacy lives on in every cheer he inspired, every song he uplifted, and every soul he touched. Amber Kelleher Andrews, the radiant force behind some of the most meaningful love stories in Hollywood and beyond, passed away on April 13, 2025, at the age of 56, following a courageous battle with ovarian cancer. Known to many as a matchmaker to the stars and a guiding light in the world of relationships, Amber left behind a legacy built not only on romance, but on compassion, connection, and an infectious zest for life. Amber began her public journey in the spotlight as a model and actress in the 1990s before stepping into her life's calling at Kelleher International, the matchmaking firm her mother founded. Under her co-leadership, the company flourished, pairing Fortune 500 CEOs, celebrities, and even royalty, always with grace, empathy, and unshakable optimism. Audiences nationwide came to know her through NBC's Ready for Love, produced by Eva Longoria, and her appearances on Good Morning America, Today, and 2020. But her mission was deeper than television. Amber championed love in all its forms. "Love is the most powerful force in the universe," she once wrote, a belief she lived each day. Despite her long illness, Amber continued to uplift others, sharing light even in pain. She is remembered as a devoted wife, a joyful mother of three, a dedicated philanthropist with Virgin Unite, and a cherished friend to many, including Sir Richard Branson, who called her a treasure whose joy and purpose touched millions. Amber's legacy will continue in the hearts she helped unite and the kindness she so freely gave. Her final resting place will be in Hanalei, Hawaii, a place as warm and beautiful as the soul who now rests there. Bob Lemel, a quiet giant of Los Angeles cinema and a lifelong steward of independent film, passed away on January 9, 2025, at the age of 89. A cornerstone of the city's cultural fabric, Bob spent more than 4 decades guiding Lemel Theaters, a family business with roots as deep as Hollywood itself. Born in Paris on September 5, 1935, Bob emigrated to the U.S. in 1938, the same year his father Max and Uncle Kurt opened their first theaters in Highland Park. Bob officially joined the business in 1961 and would go on to helm the beloved art house chain, nurturing it into a haven for world cinema, documentary, and independent film in Southern California. Under his leadership, Lemel Theaters became more than just movie houses. They became cultural sanctuaries. For filmmakers, the theaters offered Academy Award qualifying runs and a platform for premieres. For audiences, they opened doors to stories from every corner of the globe. Even after retiring in 2004, Bob continued to visit the office until 2020, ensuring the business continued with the same heart it was built on. Bob's life was steeped in legacy, not just of family, but of values, community, storytelling, and the belief that cinema could change minds and bring people closer. His son, Greg Lemel, now carries that torch forward, guiding the company in a rapidly changing world, ever loyal to the ideals Bob cherished. He is survived by his wife, Michelle, 9 children, and 13 grandchildren. Bob's impact will endure wherever independent voices are heard on the big screen. His life was a story of dedication, not only to film, but to the people who watched and loved it. Alice Ozarski, a beloved and visionary producer, left a lasting impression on television through her creativity, kindness, and courage. Born and raised near San Diego, Alice's path into the world of entertainment was anything but conventional. From selling rugs with a close friend to becoming a trusted force behind acclaimed series like Baskets, Summer, and The L Word, Generation Q, her story was one of resilience, purpose, and heart. Alice was a guiding presence behind the scenes, respected for her calm confidence, admired for her integrity, and cherished for how deeply she cared about every project and person she worked with. Her work earned her an Emmy nomination in 2018 for I Love You, America, and in her final years, she helped shape exciting new projects with Will Ferrell and Vince Gilligan, proving that her vision only grew stronger with time. Behind her success, Alice quietly faced one of life's greatest challenges. She was diagnosed with an aggressive form of breast cancer but chose to keep creating, lifting others, and advocating for better, safer work environments in television. Her grace in the face of illness, her joy in motherhood, and her fierce dedication to storytelling left a powerful mark. On January 24, 2025, Alice passed peacefully in Los Angeles, surrounded by those she loved. She is survived by her husband, Jonathan, and their daughter, Harley, her greatest joy and enduring light. Alice's legacy is not only in the shows we remember, but in the lives she touched, the voices she elevated, and the love she left behind. She will be remembered always as a bright, compassionate soul who made the world a better place. Jim Tauber's journey through Hollywood was marked by quiet brilliance, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to storytelling. From the bustling studio halls of Columbia TriStar to his leadership at Sidney Kimmel Entertainment, Jim's career spanned decades of cinematic influence, overseeing films like Lars and The Real Girl, The Place Beyond the Pines, and the Oscar-nominated Hell or High Water. His work reflected both a sharp eye for creative potential and a deep respect for the art of filmmaking. Raised in Glencoe, Illinois, Jim entered the industry with a background in business and law, quickly rising through the ranks to shape the future of independent film. His time at Propaganda Films saw the production of groundbreaking titles like Being John Malkovich, while his early contributions helped launch Gramercy Pictures and Anonymous Content. But beyond the impressive resume was a man known for his generosity, mentorship, and warmth. Later in life, Jim embraced a new calling, becoming a licensed psychotherapist alongside his beloved wife, Laura. Together, they offered compassion and insight to others, continuing to serve their community in Los Olivos, California. In 2022, they opened Lefty's Coffee, a cozy space built on ethical values, nestled on their farm where animals and laughter were never in short supply. On January 22, 2025, Jim passed from complications related to multiple myeloma. He was 74. Remembered for his wisdom, kindness, and quiet courage, Jim leaves behind not only a legacy in film, but a life rich with love, friendship, and purpose. His presence remains in every story he helped tell and every heart he helped heal. Ko Hodeman, a visionary in the world of animation, brought stories to life with tenderness, craftsmanship, and boundless imagination. Born in Amsterdam on August 1, 1940, he discovered his love for puppetry and creation at a young age, eventually becoming one of Canada's most celebrated animators. His 1977 masterpiece, The Sand Castle, earned him the Academy Award for Best Animated Short, capturing hearts worldwide with its poetic tale of cooperation and fragility. Moving to Canada in the 1960s, Ko joined the National Film Board, where he directed 27 films across 5 decades. He was a pioneer of stop-motion animation, creating works that were not only visually innovative, but deeply human in their themes. His creations, from the whimsical Cho Cho to the beloved teddy bear Ludovic, spoke to children and adults alike, reminding us of the beauty and complexity of the human spirit. Despite the joy in his films, Ko did not shy away from difficult subjects. In later years, he addressed profound themes like displacement and trauma, including reflections on his own wartime childhood in 55 Socks and the haunting journey of the Cardinal. Ko passed away on May 26, 2025 in Montreal at the age of 84. Though the cause was not publicly disclosed, his passing followed a rich life marked by artistic innovation and deep compassion. As a mentor, creator, and storyteller, his legacy lives on in each frame he so carefully crafted. For those who grew up enchanted by his tales, and for future generations yet to discover them, Ko Hodeman's work remains a gentle reminder of the enduring power of art to heal, inspire, and connect. Breaking news. Our next story turns the spotlight on a man whose voice is unmistakable, whose presence commands the screen, and whose life journey reads like a lesson in resilience: Samuel L. Jackson. From playing gun-toting philosophers to world-saving secret agents, Jackson has captivated audiences for over 4 decades. But behind the commanding roles and blockbuster films lies a quieter, more profound story, one of endurance, healing, and unshakable strength. Born on December 21, 1948, in Washington, D.C., Samuel Leroy Jackson grew up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Raised primarily by his mother and grandparents, young Samuel faced early hardships. His father was absent, and the challenges of growing up Black in the segregated South left deep imprints. But through all of it, Jackson found a sanctuary in storytelling, and eventually, in acting. At Morehouse College, where he initially intended to study marine biology, Jackson found his calling on stage. He co-founded a student theater company and graduated with a degree in drama in 1972. The path ahead would not be easy. For years, he took on small roles in plays and minor films, working tirelessly without fame or recognition. But his persistence would one day change the landscape of American cinema. His breakthrough came in 1991 with Spike Lee's Jungle Fever, where he played Gator, a crack cocaine addict. The performance was raw and riveting, and it came just days after Jackson had completed rehab for his own battle with addiction. Art imitated life in one of the most vulnerable ways imaginable. That role would win him a special jury prize at Cannes and open doors that had long remained shut. Then came Pulp Fiction in 1994. As Jules Winfield, Jackson delivered one of the most iconic performances in film history, a role that earned him an Academy Award nomination and changed his life forever. His voice, his timing, his presence, it was all undeniable. With that single role, Jackson cemented himself in Hollywood's elite. But the real story runs deeper. For much of the 1980s, Jackson battled addiction, hidden from the spotlight, but dangerously real. He has spoken candidly about those years, explaining how the substances almost ended his career before it began. It was his wife, actress, and producer, Latonia Richardson Jackson, who refused to let him fall. Her support, love, and insistence on rehab gave him the second chance he needed. "She gave me the opportunity to be the man I was supposed to be," Jackson later said. Together, they rebuilt their life, grounded by love and a shared commitment to healing and growth. How often do we celebrate not just the person in the spotlight, but the people who hold them up when the lights dim? With his personal life on track, Jackson threw himself into his work. Through the 1990s and 2000s, he appeared in hits like A Time to Kill, Die Hard, With a Vengeance, Unbreakable, Coach Carter, and The Incredibles. His range was staggering, capable of delivering commanding authority one moment and unexpected humor the next. In the 2010s, he entered yet another phase of his career, global superstardom. As Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Jackson became a fixture in one of the biggest film franchises of all time. His 9-film contract with Marvel was ambitious, but Jackson, then in his 60s, privately wondered if he would live long enough to complete it. That fear was not unfounded. In a startling health scare, Jackson was diagnosed with a dangerous blood clot near his heart. The news shook him. In response, he overhauled his lifestyle. He adopted a plant-based diet, lost nearly 40 pounds, and recommitted to staying active and mindful. "I needed to be here," he said, "not just for my work, but for my wife, my daughter, and my future." Have you ever made a change in your life, not because you wanted to, but because you had to? Jackson's transformation was not about vanity, it was about vitality. And as he grew older, he became even more open about the challenges aging brings. One deeply personal issue he discussed publicly was bladder incontinence, a condition that affects millions but is rarely spoken of openly. By sharing his experience, Jackson helped others feel less alone and proved once again that vulnerability is not weakness, but strength. Beyond his personal health, Jackson carries the weight of family history. Several of his close relatives, including his mother and grandfather, were affected by Alzheimer's disease. This painful legacy inspired him to star in The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray, a series about memory loss and human dignity. The role was deeply personal and critically acclaimed. Jackson's commitment to raising awareness about Alzheimer's is part of his broader mission to use his platform for more than entertainment. What would you do if you knew a disease ran in your family? How do we prepare for the battles we might one day face? Jackson's voice, both literal and figurative, has also become a rallying call for social justice. He is outspoken about civil rights, racial equity, and the need for honest representation in media. Whether he is marching in the streets or delivering pointed commentary online, he refuses to be silent. And his fans love him not just for the roles he plays, but for the principles he defends. In recent interviews, Jackson has reflected on legacy. He speaks often about the responsibility of visibility, the fact that millions see him as a symbol, a leader, and a source of inspiration. His long marriage, his career longevity, and his commitment to evolving all stand as testaments to a life lived with purpose. He is also a father to Zoe Jackson, an Emmy-winning producer and director. Watching her follow her own path has been one of Jackson's greatest joys. "She is better than I ever was," he once said proudly. She makes things happen. It is a reminder that sometimes our greatest roles are not the ones we play on screen, but the ones we play in our families. So where is Samuel L. Jackson today? He is still working, still advocating, still growing, and above all, still showing up. His career has now spanned over 5 decades and includes more than 150 films, making him one of the highest-grossing actors in history. In 2022, he received an Academy Honorary Award, not just for his performances, but for what he represents in the world of cinema. But beyond the awards and roles, Jackson's life is a blueprint for how to rise, how to fall, and how to rise again, stronger than before. Have you ever felt like it was too late to start over? Jackson's story reminds us, it never is. He has shown us that aging does not mean slowing down, that health struggles do not define you, that asking for help is not failure, that standing for something matters, that love, be it from a partner, a child, or a friend, can change the course of a life. And that in every chapter, there is room for reinvention. Has Samuel L. Jackson's story inspired you to rethink your own? What part of his journey resonated with you the most? Tell us in the comments below. And if this story moved you, share it. Because stories like his remind us of our own capacity for resilience. Follow us for more tributes to the legends who have shaped our world, not just with talent, but with courage. Because behind every unforgettable role is a human being with a powerful story to tell. And Samuel L. Jackson's story, it is still unfolding,